Okay, calling the Conservation Commission meeting to order. And I would like everybody to join in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. First item of business is a public hearing. The Moby Conservation Commission will conduct a continuance of a public hearing on Wednesday, September 3rd at 6:30 p.m. at the Municipal Office Building at 127 Elm Street, Millbury, to act on an abbreviated notice of resource area delineation of wetland resource areas at 100 Riverlin Street. Said work falls under the jurisdiction of the Wetlands Protection Act, Mass General Law, Chapter 131, Section 40. Ronald Stead, Chairman. I think before we start action on this, Mr. Flynn, I'd like you, in as few words as possible, to explain exactly what a abbreviated notice of resource area delineation is, because it probably sounds like gobbledygook. It even does to me sometimes.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. So an abbreviated notice of resource area delineation is restricted to identifying the resource areas that are protected under the Wetlands Protection Act. It only covers identifying them and putting them in an agreement that is a quasi-legal document. So it only identifies them. There's no other work proposed within it. It is only to identify that, so that usually the proponents want an agreement so they know what they can work with on the property and they know what they have to do in order to stay within the law and the regulations of the Wetlands Protection Act. So it just solidifies the conditions for planning purposes.
So in this case, the proponent wants to have an agreement with your Conservation Commission so that it sort of is in stone. And then the next step in the process, if there's a plan, then they would come in with plans to build something. That would, of course, go to the planning board. And because there's so many wetlands, they'd have to come in to us also so that we could protect those wetlands that we've already agreed exist. Is that helpful? I don't see any nodding heads.
Are you looking for feedback, sir?
Well, just making sure you understand, that's all. Okay. We'll plenty of time for feedback, for sure. Okay, so, Mr. Flynn.
Yes, sir, I believe the proponent's rep is here
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
to,
Please introduce yourself.
Samantha Carew, Ecosystem Solutions. I'm here on behalf of the applicant for the 100 Riverlin Street ARAD here. So do you want me to move this? Is this an okay spot?
I don't know, is that an
The
okay?
camera will be able to see it. Or
Face the audience because we have that map in front of
That's
us
right,
here.
yeah, let it face the
Yeah.
audience.
So just to give a quick recap, the last time I was here, I went through the resource areas that are on site that we delineated for this ANRAD. So just to give a recap, We have Dorothy Brook throughout the western portion of the site. We delineated the mean annual high water for Dorothy Brook. And then we have bordering vegetated wetlands. We have an A series bordering vegetated wetland here, a B series down towards the southern end of the property, a C series connected to Dorothy Brook, D and E also both connected to Dorothy Brook. Some of them are associated with Woolshop Pond directly to the south. So those are our resource areas that we have for this ANRAD. Last time, there was several outstanding things that we left with last time we were here. I've been back and forth with Mr. Flynn to address a couple different things. Number one, we did get a DEP file number for this filing, which is 2240877. DEP did not have any comments that they left on the website that we saw for this application. The next thing was Mr. Flynn asked us to include AP 39 Lot 1, which is directly to the east here. So that's this lot right here. We had originally only had AP 46 Lot 92 for the ANRAD submittal. We included now AP 39 Lot 1. We got a certified abutters list, received a receipt of the abutters list as well. So we have that. We sent our receipts to Mr. Flynn in August. So that was number one. Number two, Mr. Flynn wanted to see, originally we had begun the A series off-site for lot 92 at the time. We'd begun the A series here, brought it down, and it kind of came back up in this area and just stopped at A35. Mr. Flynn, because we now have lot 1 included, he wanted to see the eastern portion of the wetland flagged out as well. So we added additional wetland flagging, 11 flags, an A1 series connected to the original A1 going down connecting to A35. So those have now been added to the ANRAD as well. Couple more things we have, I don't want to miss anything. So we added those flags. Mr. Flynn also wanted to see, there were some technical comments with this orange line. You guys can see right here. We had originally called it a buffer zone, but technically it's not. It's an inner riparian zone. So we changed that on the site plan to show 100-foot inner riparian zone associated with Dorothy Brook. And then we have in the pink there 200-foot riverfront area associated with Dorothy Brook as well. And then our yellow line there is our BVW buffer zone, 100-foot buffer zone associated with the bordering vegetated wetlands, which we also extended. We had it stopping right up here, but because we have this now delineated out, we extended the 100-foot buffer zone in that area as well. And then the last thing that Mr. Flynn and I had gone back and forth about was he wanted some additional justification, more or less, of our delineation along between the A1 and the A12, which is right in this area. He wanted some justification and additional plots taken in this area, so we went out to the site and at wetland flag A4, which is right about here, and then wetland flag A9, we went out and took additional wetland plots. Our findings were that in these locations, so we took an upland plot and a wetland plot in these locations. The purpose of this was to show that the upland plots are indeed within an upland and not within a wetland in these locations, according to how we delineated it. So I wrote a memo on 8/15 to Mr. Flynn and for the commission to have, which would included both of these plots, so A4 and A9. Basically, I kind of just gave a summary of these two plots, that at both locations we had a predominance of upland vegetation, number one, and we had non-hydric soils taken at both of these locations. If you'd like me to go more in depth, I can, as I said in the letter. So I have that, and then as well as I just took a general observation of the vegetation throughout this area between A1 and A16 and that was also a predominance of upland vegetation, which I mentioned in the letter as well. I added the data forms for those two plots. Those were given to Mr. Flynn. And with that, that was what was outstanding for this. We would hope to get an accurate ORAD this evening, but if the commission has any additional questions or concerns, I'd be happy to answer.
Questions from the commission? Questions from anybody attending the meeting? Yes, sir. We want you to come up, and we need to have your name and your address.
I signed in, but I can give it to you. What do you want?
Right at the microphone.
Sorry. So I'm Joe Labonte. I'm 53 Carousel Drive. I'm one of the direct abutters on this
Yep.
plot of land, just one of a few.
Right.
One of the main concerns I know we've had since this project started January 16th, so we're going on about 8-9 months, is not necessarily the work that's being done on this industrial plot, but what the restoration plan looks like between this industrial and residential plot of land that, obviously, we need to know our, what we need to do moving forward prior to any building. With the trees that were removed, that wouldn't be planning, that wouldn't be anybody else, that would be conservation. In terms of what was removed from that, it seems like now what we're doing is trying to check the boxes after all these trees have been removed within that buffer zone that directly abutted our plot of land. We were notified about this step, but we weren't notified prior to at the beginning. So what are we gonna do to backtrack and fix this plan before we move forward with any progress on building or anything like that?
Good question.
Okay. Do you need me up here
We,
still?
as the process goes along, and they come back and want to build things, we can require them to add some trees.
Okay, so as far, and I can speak for myself, but that sounds like, yes, we appreciate that, but as
Yeah.
far as this is new to the residential side of this,
Absolutely.
and that you have your process that you need to go to in terms of the DEP continuation that we had last time, what's our commitment as residents of this direct abutted plot of land that we need to be present for? It's taking obviously a lot of time out of our work to, and I can speak for myself with the monetary value that I've had to put into my property to protect between this unannounced abutment project. You know, what is it financially and time constraints that we're gonna need to invest to make sure that this actually gets done appropriately?
Well, you shouldn't have to invest anything if we're going to do our job.
Meaning, so I can clarify, sir, this is the second time we've had to attend a public hearing. If you're telling us at the direct abutter that there will be, you know, if the next time that there's information that's provided to you that they have to restore, is that another abutment letter that we have to attend to?
Well, let me recognize Mr. Flynn. Don't sit down.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'm glad to
Go ahead, sir, sorry.
I'm glad to clear this up. Okay, the owners of this property, as you know, went ahead of themselves. They got ahead of themselves in several steps in the development process. This is one of them. The other one is the cutting of the trees that you're talking about. The zoning regulations require a 50-foot buffer zone between their development and adjacent residential properties. It's required that it have trees. So what will happen at some point is that trees will be planted in an effort to replace the screen that was taken down by the removal of those trees that were done without a permit. There will be planning opportunities, planning meetings that you should receive notice to attend so that you can maintain awareness and participate in the planning process and address the issues that you have to the planning board, just as you are here tonight. So that should be going on. And that may be an ongoing process depending on how they do the development. We have seen different ideas, but nothing has been officially presented to the planning board. So if they develop a building down there where this wetland is, they're gonna have to file with us and they're gonna have to file with the planning board, and they're gonna have to meet zoning requirements and all the other ordinances for water, septic, all that stuff is gonna go through the review process. And as an abutter, you should receive notification for that. Actually, the abutter notification for planning is even wider, so more people are going to receive notice that there are plans and documents like this available at the town hall, and there will be public meetings on it.
Thank you.
Does that,
Yes,
does that
and there are others that have
clarify it
questions.
for
I just
you?
have one,
Yep.
one quick final one, a quick yes or no. So we shouldn't see any development of any construction prior to these trees either being restored or notified of what's to be fixed?
Correct.
Essentially? Thank you. Appreciate it.
That's correct. Any other questions from,
There's one more in the audience, Ron.
oh, I'm sorry, I'm looking up the back, please.
Greg Gothia, 57 Carousel Drive. And we are about her, my mother and I as well. My question would be that, has any of the conservation been to the site and seen the trees?
Yes,
You've been there?
Oh, I've been there
Our
numerous
agent's been there
times.
many
Okay, I'm
times.
just curious, that's cute, that's great.
I've seen it also.
Excellent. So I think as well as maybe some trees, and I don't know, I can't see the board allowing them to move forward without something in place to show what they're gonna be doing, what kind of plans is gonna be done, because, I mean, already they put the cart before the horse. They've gone ahead and just cut the trees and asked for forgiveness later. So I think there should be something in place, I speak for myself, and I think so many brothers will agree, that there should be something in place to see what they're gonna do now. Let's get it done now, before you allow them to do any building, and move forward with anything else. Because they've already taken that step, and now it's, okay, now we'll deal with that later, that's on the back burner. And also, I'm suggesting, and it's just myself, is that some sort of like an earth berm. Have you guys ever heard of that before? Conservation, where they, something maybe 10 or 15 feet wide, maybe 10 feet high, with 4 or 5 feet on top, with some trees on top, all along the areas that they infringed upon. Within that buffer. That's something where that whenever these guys build, or their truck's going to turn around, that it'll shade some lighting to that residential area, as well as trees. But I can't see it moving forward without trees being established or something being written down for everybody to see what they're going to be doing.
It can't go forward without
A plan.
a plan.
Okay.
Can't go one step further without a plan that's approved by the planning board of the town of Millbury. And all those things that you're concerned about should be addressed in that plan.
Okay.
And that's why you and that gentleman and any of the other neighbors should go to those meetings.
Okay, we'll be there.
Yep, that's called good citizenship,
Perfect.
and they should hear from you.
Thank you.
And when they come here, we're interested in trees also. So there's going to be pressure from us. Any other comments? Okay. So we're going to try and close this hearing. And because of the nature of what is known as WPA Form 4B, Order of Resource Area Delineation, we have to have kind of a long and involved motion to do it.
Can I interrupt and
Yep, please do.
add some
Yep.
additional information?
Go ahead. Yep,
I took the liberty of coloring up my own copy of this plan that she has presented for you. It's a little bit different, but what I want to focus in on is this area here, this circle I've drawn, and this is an area that's going to be named in the ARAD order as an area that is inaccurate due to circumstances that were observed on site. So I just want to put that out there so that everybody knows what
Right.
we're
I
talking
want-
about when I read
I want
it.
the abutters to know that there's a small area, it's between flags A12, A13, and A14, where it looks like there's been some fill. So when we vote to move this forward, we're also requiring them to address this area. Mr. Flynn?
Thank you, sir. So I'm going to read the order that I've prepared, and...
This is the
then-
motion.
Well, you can open it for a motion or a
motion, so we
discussion,
need-
Mr. Chair,
We need someone to make the motion.
at your discretion.
So before we
Yep.
do that,
Yep.
we have this advertised a continuance.
Correct.
Does that mean we cannot actually close this out tonight?
No, this continues from a prior meeting.
Just
That's what
making sure that I
means.
understood what was
Right.
written down
It's a
correctly.
hearing,
Yep,
right.
good. Then I will move to close this hearing.
The motion. Let's say the motion.
Well, he wants to close the hearing
I'm sorry,
first.
let me retract that.
Well, wait a minute, do we have to close the hearing before we do this?
I would, yes.
Okay,
All right, so I am moving to close the hearing.
is there a second?
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Now we're gonna approve it.
So the order shall read, this is the order of delineation. The Conservation Commission has determined the following. Accurate, the boundaries described on the referenced plans above and in the abbreviated notice of resource area delineation are accurately drawn for the following resource areas: the bordering vegetated wetlands and other resource areas, specifically the riverfront mean annual high water and 100-foot and 200-foot riparian areas. The bordering vegetated wetlands AI1 through AI11, B series, all, C series, all, A series 1 through 12, then A14 through A26. Continuing, modified, none. Inaccurate, the boundaries described on the reference plans and in the abbreviated notice of resource area delineation were found to be inaccurate and cannot be confirmed for the following resource areas: bordering vegetated wetlands and other resource areas, specifically wetland flags A12, A13 to A14, due to filling of the intermittent stream and associated stream banks.
I need a second.
We actually don't have a motion on the
Oh, we don't have the
table
motion yet?
to approve this yet.
Okay,
So just to be clear, you've handed us copies of this. This is what you read off of just now,
Right.
correct?
Exactly.
that's the motion.
Okay, excellent. So I will move to issue this order as recited by Don and as printed on this page.
Can I have a
Seconded.
second?
Seconded.
Okay. Any further discussion? What we just did was, in language, we described that map with the exception to wetlands flags A12, A13, and A14 for further action on the proponent. Okay?
All right.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all for coming. I'm sure we're going to see you again. I'm sorry.
Really quick, do you have to put in any erosion control since all the trees are gone?
They're already in.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Wow, that was exhausting. The longest motion
We've had meetings shorter than that motion.
There you go. Good point. And
Thank you
thank
very
you,
much.
young lady.
Thank you.
Good night.
Okay, which brings us to B, 4849 Davis Road. This is also a continuation of a hearing. Roby Conservation Commission will conduct a continuance of a public hearing on Wednesday, September 3rd, 2025, at 6:30 PM at the Municipal Office Building, 127 Elm Street, Melbury, to act on a notice of intent for the proposed installation of a distribution line pole within a public right-of-way near 4849 Davis Road. Said work falls under the jurisdiction of the Wetlands Protection Act, Mass General Law, Chapter 131, Section 40. Ronald Stead, Chairman. I don't know if there's anybody zoomed in on this one.
There is, Mr. DeMias.
Okay. Mr. Demias, please be recognized.
Mr. Damiano, I think?
Damiano?
Damiano, I
I'm sorry,
apologize.
Mr. Damiano.
I apologize, I can't see the whole name.
Not a problem.
All right.
I hope everybody's well this evening. Yeah, this is Anthony Damiano, GZA, Geoenvironmental, returning on behalf of Mass Electric. And I spoke with the design team at Mass Electric and our environmental correspondent over there. They've revisited the site a couple times with some additional staff, including their tree specialist, certified tree specialist, and they have reached a redesign to keep the pole in its original location on the north side of Davis Road. It is where we started. It took us a while to get there, but we recognize the efforts of the commission to conserve those trees in the interest of the shade of the pond. And based on those interests, the design team was able to come up with this plan, and they'll be able to guy wire install a guy wire on that same side and remove the existing guy wire that's currently attached to the tree that we discussed last time. And let's see. Oh, and so once that's installed, the pole will be replaced basically in kind on that same side, and to that end, Mass Electric understands that this would be an exempt activity since it is within the existing footprint, within 10 feet of the pavement and within riverfront, but would not increase the size of that currently existing utility for public utility. Happy to discuss any questions or concerns about this redesign. We just got this information back. I don't have an updated figure for you yet, but I'm happy to provide that as a kind of final design proposed and a letter with the changes discussed. There is one dead tree on that left side that they would have to remove, but they would cut that as discussed previously, just above the ground surface. And that one, it is already dead. It would have to be brought down eventually anyway. So happy to discuss.
Well, sir, I know I speak for the committee when I say thank you for addressing our concerns, and thank you for making the changes that you did. It looks to me like it's an exempt activity, so we have nothing to say about it other than you're going to send us the new design, correct?
Yeah, the original drawing that we provided had all those resource areas. We'll keep all that and simply remove the tree removals on the southeast side of the road, and basically present it in that manner.
Sounds good. So we probably are not going to want to slow down this project anymore. But, Mr. Flynn,
I just need to make sure we have the right information on, basically, you're changing the proposal, right? And so we will need to continue, or you're going to classify it as exempt activity.
that's right.
So we need to navigate closing out this DEP number.
We're going to close the hearing, but we're not going to approve the project.
Correct.
What happens after that?
Yeah, I haven't,
Here.
that's a new one.
Here.
That's a new
Like
one
they're
on
doing
me.
me too.
We'll have to
Well, anyway, I know what we're going to do, and we'll let Mr. Flynn figure it out from there. So I'd like a motion to close this hearing.
So moved.
And I'll second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The hearing's closed. We're certainly not going to approve it because
Right.
it's gone. So Anthony, once again, thank you very much.
Not a problem. Thank you all for your feedback, and yeah, I'll work with Don if there's any, closeout of that DEP number.
Thank you.
Great. That's great.
Thanks a lot. Have a good evening.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
Okay. Well, that was good. Okay, you want to give us just a short narrative on where we are at 142 Riverlin Street?
Yeah, so 142 Riverlin Street, this is riverfront area, Dorothy Brook. Numerous trees were cut down, 40-plus trees were cut down in the inner and outer riparian area. For a time, the trees were left there in two very large piles. I encouraged the proponent to work on removing them, and he's done so. And almost all the large trees are gone. There's some small branches left behind. And he has gone underground again. Basically, he's been unresponsive to any further communications. I encourage him to come back into the process and discuss with us how to move forward with some kind of restoration. So I wanted to bring it to the commission's attention in case there's any additional feedback on how to continue with this. Today, I went by there because after the last discussion of this at a previous meeting, the chairman had suggested that perhaps the seed bank left there by the previous trees may have begun to grow. And that is the case. In the front of the house, there's significant growth. Closer to the river, there is less growth, but nevertheless, there is some growth. So I'm going to offer to communicate with the property owner again, inform him that some of the trees are growing back on their own, suggest he cultivate them for good growth, and continue, to look to do some plantings in the future. And we'll revisit it again in a couple months. What does the commission feel is appropriate to ask again? A couple months?
I don't know why we couldn't wait till next spring, really. I mean, he's done the task that was most important, and we worked so hard to get him to do, he did it. And so, let's see how the regrowth goes, that's what I would say. I don't know what the,
I mean, it might be worth us checking in just as a agenda item, beginning in November.
Yeah, okay.
Just to see if we've noticed anything.
Okay.
And if we get it on the agenda, that'll be a good reminder to kind of take a quick trek down that way.
what do you think, yeah.
I think that sounds pretty good overall. My only question is that it seems like we're having some issues with people just going ahead and preferring to ask for forgiveness than getting permission. And I do worry that if we can, if I worry about running amok, I don't want people thinking, oh, if I just cut it down and let nature take its course, I can just kind of ignore the strictures that I should be abiding by.
Well, it's not uncommon to have that happen, but it's also not surprising that the land, people who own the land are also generally pretty sensitive to wetland, you know what I mean? And so, but you're right, and that's
And I will,
hit the nail on the head. It
I will
happens
of
a
course
lot.
yield to anybody who, to those of you who have more experience in this area, but I just, okay.
Okay, so how's that sound?
Sure.
Put it on
We'll bring it up again
November, right,
in November.
right.
I don't know when the meetings are offhand, but probably before Thanksgiving.
And,
That would be the November 5th meeting.
You want the first meeting?
Yeah, might as well.
5?
Yeah.
and, which
It's too
brings,
cold. Don't want to.
which brings us to D. And I think probably we should put this one back on the agenda maybe for December, because this is a agricultural operation, and they're in their busy season. So if we go to December and require them to have a plan, hopefully what's the one I'm thinking of?
RDA?
Restoration.
No, the official one. Not the notice of intent, but the,
The RDA.
yeah, request for determination of applicability. If we ask for that to be presented in December, we should be able to, help them out. Which brings us to new business. And I am going to write a letter recommending Stacey Reed to join us. She came back for a second meeting, so that's a very good sign. Okay, so I want a motion for me to write that letter, please.
So moved.
Seconded.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You don't get a say in it, sorry. It's
Look forward to, hopefully, we're going to ask the Board of Selectmen to, or the town manager, I should say, to push this forward for us, because we've been running shorthanded for so long, I can't even remember. And I would just add that once we have a full complement, we should reorganize when.
Yep.
So we might reorganize the first meeting that you are here, if Paul can make it, and everybody else can make it. So just thank you for joining us. Appreciate it. You'll have a lot of stories to tell your students. Some good ones, I hope.
Did we lose the Zoom?
Yes. Yeah. We lost internet.
Oh, internet's down again.
Oh,
All right.
well.
Good times.
Well, it was only the phone got in his life, so.
I think we had it for the
Yeah.
two hearings, so. Okay.
Actually, it was me. No,
Other business, discussion of proposed zoning bylaw change. 50-foot no-build map zoning. and it's in our SharePoint commentary for the town plan also, blah, blah, blah. Planning Board is sponsoring this and has tentatively submitted it to the fall town meeting warrant. And I think last time Ms. Dodson was here, that we decided to not make a recommendation. Is that correct? I'm pretty sure that was what we did.
Yeah.
Yep. Do you wish to address us?
Oh, yes.
Please do.
Terry Burke, Dotson, 20 Sailor Terrace. I want to thank you for your patience in helping me out the last time that I was here, because I was so confused, and you were pointing out areas of confusion and stuff, and I watched that tape over and over and over and over again, and kind of straightened out some things I thought in my head, and then I talked to Mr. Flynn, and today we finally got some, which I think is the best wording that we could come up with for this proposed revision of the town bylaw. And do you want me to read the old one and then read the one that we just kind of like worked?
The one
Without your help, this wouldn't have happened, I gotta
So-
tell you.
I'm going to have you read the proposed new one.
Okay,
But in case there are still people listening to us, this proposed new one is under the auspices of the planning board.
correct.
Please, let's hear it.
Yeah, correct. But I just wanted to let you know that I really appreciate your help.
Well-
It was confusing, and I
I
know
know
yeah.
that I was educated
yeah.
myself. So please, go ahead, let's hear it.
Okay, so the proposed revision would read as this. Other provisions notwithstanding, no building or parking area shall be located within 50 horizontal feet of the normal bank of a perennial river, intermittent stream, creek, brook, pond, lake, or any wetland, swamp, marsh, bog, wet meadow, or protected resource area as defined in the Massachusetts Wetland Protections Act, MGL, Chapter 131, Section 40. And that kind of like clarifies everything.
Yeah,
And I thought you'd be happy with it.
yeah. I mean, sounds good, yeah.
Yeah.
Understand it.
Right. And you know, you were probably, Jeff, you were the most influential in my decision.
Who saw that coming?
Yeah. So but I kept listening and listening. And
Easy, too much
Don't-
praise. Come on, he
not
still has
going-
to live in this town.
True.
Okay, I'm not going there, Jeff. But I appreciate that, because I think that this reading is reasonable, and it really is streamlined.
So that has now got to be approved. Is that going to be approved by the planning board to be sent on to the warrant? Is that how the next process goes?
That's what I assume
I
is going
believe
to happen.
that's what the next step is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I assume that will happen.
Very good.
Yeah. So I'm glad. I appreciate your help. It was your doing. It was your help.
My goodness,
Appreciate it. Don't
You
want
put in the work for it, so.
too much praise.
So, there we are. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Dotson.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay. Conservation Agents Report.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Try to hit the highlights.
Yep, don't discuss any of the ones that we've already discussed on the agenda.
Yes, sir. I had hoped to maybe show some photos, but we're still offline.
Oh, okay, no, okay, right, I wanted to see those too, but,
Well,
Next
maybe,
meeting, maybe.
maybe we can. I've got 2 bars. I don't know what that means. We're connected?
Yeah, but you're not back on the Zoom yet.
Ah,
Oh, it is?
Yeah, but he's not signed in yet. That's
I
when-
gotta sign back in again. Joining meeting. Thank you. Then I gotta find the pictures. Yes, events of importance, 15 Stowe Road. There was no further response. That was discussed. 19 Wildwood. I've made several trips out to 19 Wildwood to refresh the commission's memory. This is an enforcement order. Gentleman filling wetlands where I caught him filling wetlands. He had a contractor remove it. Then he hired another contractor who put it back in. And now they're removing it again. So I've been back out there a couple times, coaching the operator on what to remove, what to look for, going by the color of the soil. And I'm gonna sign back in here. Give me a second. I can't multitask, sorry. I don't know why my wife shows up on here. And so it's a work in progress. He's making progress out there. He did some work and did a pretty good job in a small area. And so that's going well. This screen drives me crazy.
Don't worry about the pictures, we'll see you next meeting.
Okay. 826, I went by the Millbury transfer station where they're doing the solar project you may be aware of. They were supposed to move a telephone pole that was installed near the wetlands, and they may have moved it, but not much. And so I asked them to remove the drilling spoils which were immediately on the bank of the intermittent stream that they were supposed to avoid. So they did that for me. I stopped into Riverlin Street because they're doing some site work there. Most of it is outside the buffer zone, but some of it is probably in the riparian area. But there's nothing right on top of a resource area, so I'll be going back there to look. This is the hearing we just had tonight for the ARAD. 9-2, I went by 128 Worcester Providence Turnpike. This is another enforcement order. And to coach the excavator operator on the wetland restoration. When I got there, they had done some restoration on the intermittent stream banks, and they had used some rocks to reform the bank of the intermittent stream. It will take a while to grow in. I advised them to put some additional mulch in there so that soil wouldn't erode in there. They need to go back and fix the roadways that the forester created when he was going in there to harvest trees when the soil was not frozen. The soil is supposed to be frozen when you're operating in the wetlands. It was not. He had to leave the site. Okay. I described Riverlin Street. We just went over that. We will have a plan coming in. It's on our desks now for Old Common Road, Phase 1. So this is the project where we're going to lose the parking associated with the Briarley Pond Conservation Area off of Old Common Road. That is frontage for several new houses that are being planned. and where hopefully we can, negotiate something for parking.
How many houses?
I think 4.
And where's the access road for those houses?
They're gonna improve Old Common Road.
So do we have a right of way on Old Common Road, or
I
it's just
believe
gonna be
it's
a
gonna remain a public road.
public road?
Yeah.
Well, it's not a public, it's a paper road now, but, yeah, okay, it's a public road. Okay, so the 4 houses are gonna be right on the road.
Yes, on the left-hand side, sir, if you drive up on Old Common Road
Yeah, right?
into the middle of the conservation area, there's the parking lot on the left before the kiosk.
Right, that's gonna be gone,
And that's going to be gone.
right? Okay, but it's gonna be a public road, so access to Briley Pond is assured, because it's a
Yes.
public road.
But there'll be no parking or very little.
Yeah.
So we'll have to work that through.
Okay,
So that will be coming up at our September 17 meeting, I believe. As a notice of intent. Other matters, conservation staff attended, Robin and I attended a state ethics training for open meeting and records access. Have you folks seen any of that material go by, invitation to attend?
Yes, we all got.
The open meeting law,
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you all
yeah, sure,
go
right.
recently?
They gave us 2 options of
Okay.
evenings to go.
Yeah, I went.
Oh, you did? Okay, all right.
I have experience with the Ethics Commission. Twice, actually.
We got a telephone call from the lady at 14 Jacqueline Ray Drive. Request to remove some trees adjacent to conservation land. She had trees hanging over her property. So we gave her a leave to remove a couple trees that were putting her property in jeopardy.
Good.
Wasn't near a resource area.
Very good.
And actually, we got another call, and what's gratifying is actually the tree removal people were informing their clients that they should make the phone call because they were aware it was
All right.
conservation. We had another lady give us a call. She thought it was conservation land. It was actually privately owned, but would have been under our jurisdiction. In order to remove trees. So
Know the name of the company that advised
I
the
cannot
homeowner
recall.
to do it?
I cannot recall.
Well,
I'm not sure if I asked.
Our compliments to them.
Yes,
Sure.
absolutely. And that's a fraction of what's been going on. But thank you, Mr. Chair. That's my report.
Okay, thank you for that. Now, we got this complaint that was filed with the Attorney General regarding open meeting and open records violations. And we were included in that complaint. Not really sure why, because anyone who's followed us has heard me say at numerous meetings that everything that we talk about, every piece of paper that we see, every record that we have, every map that we have is available. All you have to do is go to our office and ask for it. We will even print it for you. We'll print it in black and white, and we'll print it in color, but we're gonna charge if we do that. I suppose we can email you things too, but, whatever generated this issue, it's not something that was generated because of us, but if someone wants us to even make our, for example, the material that we get for our meetings through the SharePoint, we can just put that on our website, and anybody who wants them can get them. And there was a question about, something about material has to be available 24 or 48 hours before? the
48
meeting?
hours before the meeting.
So my answer to that is fine, but if there's something that comes to us after that time period that will help us make a good decision for the town, then we're going to use it. And we're going to simply announce, look, this came in this morning, here it is, this is what it said, and we can use it or we cannot use it. But we're not going to be held up by that. Yes.
As I understand with Jane gave a course a little
Yep.
while back. If it comes in afterward, you can use it in your meeting, but you can't take a vote until the next meeting. That's what I got from Jane DeMolio. So yes, you can listen to it, but you can't take a vote until the next meeting. Does that help?
But,
Does that help?
yeah, I heard you. Right. Yep.
Check with Jane, yeah.
Okay, and finally, spotted lanternfly.
Did you get any? Did you get any?
We got them.
Yep. We had one in my neighborhood last
You
week
did,
as well.
huh?
Yep.
Well,
They are
you have them in
beautiful.
your
for
yard
what
too?
it's worth.
Oh, my God. Well, Don, tell us where we found them.
Our trail crew found them on Clearview, and they were about to gobble up a tree of paradise, which I would encourage, but I don't know what else.
Yeah.
But I don't know what else.
We could only train them.
Don't give Bruce any ideas now.
We started looking at traps, and I don't understand how the traps work. And I don't know if we can get them or if they're available. You can buy them; they're cheap, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's, well, no, in all seriousness, Don, you would know better than anybody in the room right now. Like, when I looked up what to do when we found one at the house, it seems like the advice is to crush it.
Yes. There's
Yeah.
school programs in many states where they recruit children to go out and smash them.
No kidding. Oh, wow.
It's like a Victorian nightmare.
That sounds like.
Go ahead,
Sounds
kids,
like
get
a
your
great
sticks.
job for school children.
Get your lanternfly sticks ready.
Oh, well. Hopefully it won't amount to anything,
Yeah.
but, okay.
We're all a little loopy tonight, I think.
I believe that,
Mr. Chair, I have some of those photos up now. I don't know.
oh,
if you
good,
can
let's,
go back.
would like to see those, yes.
I don't know what happened to our meeting.
It's off again.
We're
Forget
off
it.
again.
Just kidding.
Good try.
That was a lot of fun.
Do we want to approve minutes?
Yes, we do.
So the minutes were from July 16th, I believe, now that I can't see them.
And I have read them.
Yep, as a high, so I will move to approve the minutes from 7:16.
Is there a second?
So seconded.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Approved. Anything else?
Can we leave so we can go lanternfly hunting?
So we can what?
Lanternfly hunting?
Oh, I want to go and,
Everyone get your sticks.
no, I want to go and hear part of the discussion of the Constitution over at the
Oh, that's
Hazel
right.
Waters.
That's right.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all for attending. And once again, can't wait for your official appointment. Stacey.